Hey guys, it's me Seren, back with another car video. I'm in my car, I'm on my new phone. I hope that it sounds better. I have a much larger phone now, so I'm definitely gonna have to get a bigger mount because my phone is definitely too heavy for this one. But anyways, quick video. I just had to make this video because everybody's fave, Daniel Kaluuya, is back in the hot seat again. I swear, it's like a rotation. It's like Daniel Kaluuya, Lena Waithe, Cynthia Erivo, who recently were in the hot seat together with these allegations that Lena Waithe has been cheating. Well, Lena Waithe's getting a divorce, even though they only just announced that they got married 2 months ago. After 2 months, they're getting a divorce because allegedly Lena Waithe won't stop cheating, and one of her side pieces is Cynthia Erivo, which I absolutely believe because she got that light-skinned Jaden Smith face. That I believe it. But it's like John Boyega, Daniel Kaluuya, who was just in hot water for these like Star Wars comments and losing scripts and all these things. It's like John Boyega, Daniel Kaluuya, Lena Waithe, and like Cynthia Erivo. It's like the four horsemen of the apocalypse of just like saying out of pocket shit and like being in the hot seat for things that they've said. It's just like the stupid shit doesn't stop. Apparently can't even stop for Kobe Bryant. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. So Daniel Kaluuya is about to play the chairman, Fred Hampton. I did a video on this. I'm 100% against it. I will not be seeing it. I will not give one dime to this movie. I think it's really disgusting. Lakeith Stanfield is going to be in it, and you guys know that's the homie, but they have him playing the FBI informant, which I kind of feel like is a deliberate act, spit in the face. And Daniel Kaluuya recently said he's bored of talking about race. That he's bored of talking about race. He's tired of talking about race. He doesn't want to be the spokesperson for, black people. And, he finds that the race talk is boring. And that he also said that, I'm not a talker. I don't want to talk. I just want to do. So number one, my nigga, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because all I see your ass doing is acting in a bunch of motherfucking movies about race. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how you could become the go-to nigga for the race movies in the United States. Like, the movie that propelled you to fame in the United States is Get Out, which is specifically, as said by the filmmaker, meant to be a dialogue on American racism, and especially the racism of white liberals. And then the next movie you really got known for was Black Panther, right? Which was also, extremely racial, like Black Panther. And then the next movie after that people really, really know you for is Queen and Slim, right? Which was just out. And the whole, promotional tagline for Queen and Slim was like black, 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 race, Black Lives Matter, race story, police brutality, black children being killed. Like, the whole entire thing was like a racial concept. Like, I don't understand how you can, like, your claim to fame can be like playing a black American in these race movies, and then your upcoming film is playing Fred Hampton. Daniel Kaluuya has to be a troll. Like, he really has to be trolling. And let me just say, like, I am not going to see Fred Hampton. I don't think that anyone should see it. I don't think you guys should see it. Like, I know there's people that's going to see it regardless, just like it was people that saw Harriet regardless, just like it was people that watched Queen and Slim regardless. People that's going to see it because they think it's an important movie, or, because they just don't care. They want to see it. I know there's also people that genuinely like Daniel Kaluuya and think he's a good actor. I don't know. Like, I don't think he's just a good actor overall, like, even outside of all of like the fuckery that he's constantly involved in. It's like you're always involved in fuckery, and the fuckery you're always involved in is racial, my dude. Like, you saying or doing something racially insensitive or ethnically insensitive, or stepping into these roles. And one of the main criticisms since day one, since Samuel L. Jackson said it in Get Out, is that I wonder what a black American would bring to some of these roles as someone that has a more intimate understanding of American race relations. And then to just be like, I'm bored of talking about race. When all you do is make race movies, You know, movies that invite racial dialogue. I can understand, you know, I can understand feeling like, you know, I don't want to be like the black spokesperson, or I don't want to, you know, constantly have people asking me about race when I'm doing, you know, rom-coms. If you're Michael B. Jordan doing the promotional press tour for Chronicle, there's really no reason for anybody to ask you about race. If you're Michael B. Jordan doing the press tour for Just Mercy, which is a film that's out right now that specifically revolves around like the racist justice system, it's totally, completely relevant for people to ask you during a press conference or, you know, a media run about race. And it's like, Daniel Kaluuya, number one, you've said numerous times that the reason why you're here in the United States is because there's not enough of a black presence or opportunities in the UK for you to thrive as an actor. So obviously you do see race, because he even like says in the piece, like, I don't see race, I'm just Daniel, I'm not a black man, I'm just Daniel, like whatever. It's like, but obviously you do see race, because like the whole reason why you came to the United States is specifically because of race, because you're not getting opportunities based on your race in the UK, right? But then he also goes on in the article to list a lot of his previous roles that he had in Britain, you know, and he was like, you know, when I was on Skins and, you know, when I was on, you know, this project and that project, I wasn't constantly asked about race. It's like, well, if you were getting your ideal non-racial projects in the UK, then why are you even here? Why are you here in the United States? Like, it's not adding up to me. It's like, why are you here in Hollywood trying to like make your career as like a leading man off of specifically racial projects that are where you're playing a black American in really specific racial situations, you know, movies that are actively encouraging dialogue around race, and then when people ask you about it, you're rolling your eyes and whining and complaining. You're talking about you're bored of talking about race, you're tired of people asking you about race. Like, then don't play Fred Hampton. Like, because the disrespect is already high enough that you're already playing fucking Fred Hampton. But like, then to like go on record of saying you're bored of talking about race, but you're getting ready to play the chairman, the disrespect to me, I really feel like this is like a deliberately disrespectful portrayal of Fred Hampton. Just like I kind of feel like they really deliberately messed up Harriet Tubman. I think this is being done on purpose. I think that these actors and actresses that are being picked, you know, especially black Brits, to portray these black American figures and then say these things on these press runs of like, Harriet Tubman was a superhero with a spidey sense, you know, fiction, or fucking, I'm bored of talking about race as I get ready to play Fred Hampton. I don't think it's an accident. Like, I feel like, and we've talked about this before, that a huge part, and even some black British actors have said it themselves, David Harewood famously told The Guardian, you know, I feel like black Brits are unshackled, were his exact words, unshackled from sort of the racial baggage of the United States, and so we're able to play these roles in a different type of way. And it's like, well, but as black Americans, like, that's our problem. It's like, you're looking at this shit like it's just a joke, like it's jokes and games and fun, and it's just a role, and it's not, you know? And you're perfectly fine to play Fred Hampton, pretend, dress up, but you're bored of talking about race in real life when all of your roles have been racial is wild. It's nonsensical to me. It literally makes absolutely no sense. It's like, especially to then say, well, when I was doing my UK projects, I wasn't asked about race. Like, number one, it's the United States. Everything is racial. Like, everything is racial. You can't notice the racism of the UK, come to the United States in order to try to create a career for yourself here, playing black Americans in specifically racial situations, and then say you're bored of, you know, being asked about race or talking about race or being made to feel like you're some type of, you know, racial spokesperson. It's like, you've already done the setup of your career in that way. You know, you want to benefit, which we've been saying now for years. You want to benefit off of these quote unquote racial stories or race movies, or the way that, you know, these things kind of play out in the United States when it comes to being black here in America. You want to get the benefits of that, but then if that means that you have to that means you have to talk about race. Like, if that means you have to talk about race, you can't then whine and complain and throw your hands up in the air and be like, well, I don't want to talk about race. Like, no, like, that's not, like, again, that's double dipping, which is another term that we've used before on this channel. It's playing both sides of the field. It's not fair. I was reading online and I saw somebody bring up Issa Rae. They said, like, you know, Issa Rae is another person that has said that, you know, oh, it's exhausting constantly being the black spokesperson or whatever. And the person was like, and I understand that. And it's like, but again, Issa Rae set herself up as the black spokesperson, bitch. You know, it's all fun and games when you're wearing every nigger is a star, which I felt some type of way about, on your belt at the red carpet. And, you know, I'm rooting for everybody, black. Like, when you yourselves, like, these people set up their own careers to be some type of black spokesperson, you know, and on Insecure, we do the black t-shirts and we do the black music. You know, when you're trying to like ride the black American community and get us to support your projects, it's black this, black that, you know, you was all fine to be the black power motherfucking spokesperson then. But now when it's come to a point where, you know, you're tired, you're tired. Like, who's not tired of fucking people asking them about being black? Like, we all motherfucking tired, but, you know, we are black, and especially if you're gonna be an artist, like, if you're an artist that comes out the gate, like FKA Twigs, that's like, when FKA Twigs came out, she, like, didn't show herself, she, like, didn't show her face, she released music totally anonymously, and then as soon as she showed herself and they started categorizing her music as R&B or as black music, whatever, and she was like, I'm an alternative artist, and, like, nobody was putting me in this category until I showed my face, and, like, I don't think that's fair, I think that's racist. Fine. But if you motherfucking come out the gate, you Nina Simone, young, gifted, and black, and then when people make it a habit of asking you about race, and then you're like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm bored of talking about that. Why are people... And the exact use of the word bored, like this was just a run, like this was a trend that you went through and now you're over it. Like, my nigga, your Fred Hampton movie isn't even out yet. And if you're already bored and tired of talking about race, what do you think you're going to talk about during this Fred Hampton run? Like, what are you going to talk about? I don't understand. Or again, if you feel like the climate in the UK was more receptive to you with the roles you were getting not being racial, because this is the United States and everything is racial. I'm not going to say that it's not. And it's definitely, you know, a conversation to be had about, we want black people in speculative fiction. We want black people in rom-coms, you know, romantic comedies. We want black people in things that have nothing to do with race. Absolutely. That's a conversation that needs to be had. But Daniel Kaluuya, all of his movies have been about race. With the exception of, like, Widows, I guess, which nobody saw, and Sicario, I've heard, where his part was very small. All of the roles that everybody knows you for, your leading man roles, have all been about race. So to, like, ride that into fame and now say you're tired of talking about it is wild, especially when you're getting ready to play Fred Hampton, which undoubtedly is gonna probably be the most motherfucking racial role of your fucking career. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. It was a highly, highly inappropriate thing to say. And again, this all just feels and sounds and looks like, you know, using the black thing, using the race thing, using our black American stories, as we've been saying, our heroes and our figures and our ideas and our concepts and our lives, our interactions, you know, the way that things work for us in the United States, you know, using that for a come up. And now once you have your foot in the door, you're tired of it. You're bored of it. You're done with it. It seems deliberate. You know, and it's now been years since Daniel Kaluuya first came on the scene and we started talking about this, and we're still talking about it with him, and not just with him, with others as well. But it's like, obviously, niggas is not just blowing smoke out of their asses, you know, when it comes to this topic. That's it. Let me know what you guys think. Food for thought as always. Links in the description box, related videos. See you guys next time. Peace.